my dear Libra. This is a prediction for your love life the next 3 months with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. It was the topic that was the winner in the last poll, and if you have other topics you want me to read for, please let me know. I hope you will have I hope you will like the new August display as well. A little bit darker as the month will become in Sweden. So this reading will be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. This will be a reading for the prediction of your love life's development the next 3 months. The reading can be in the reversed. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And I usually read for the empath side of the story. Also remember that the other person holds your shadow that you mirror out to the world so you can be able to see it. In the end, you need to use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this general reading for you. And I use the Witch's Tarot with Ellen Dugan, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, when I open your deck here, I see 6 of Cups together with a High Priestess. So this is pushing for some kind of reconciliation of sorts, but one person in this equation is probably don't want to relive their past, don't want to do past mistakes. They feel too good to needing to go through the same old stuff again. I know this already. I don't want to relearn. I don't want to do the same mistakes. Might be you that's having that opinion. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the 2 of Cups with the High Priestess. So it doesn't really matter if we have this approach because love is still there. So we can either act upon it or refuse to act upon it. With the High Priestess, I think we are kind of refusing to act upon it. She is deeply rooted in her own life, in self-love, and don't want to let other people in to screw up her vibration or her connection with the divine. So it might be a person that appreciate the alone time, think that hell is other people, and that kind of don't want to be disturbed by love in general, maybe, or relationships overall. So we'll see if we can get this High Priestess heart to open. Okay. So I called for archangels in the 4 corners of the world. Maybe we can't get the High Priestess heart to open, but the divine sure can open like yeah, I don't know. It's kind of exploding here. The jar, I guess, where the heart is stored. I don't know exactly what's happening here, but it's definitely like the eye of God in mixing into this. Okay, so I call the 6 elements, and here we have the High Priest together with the High Priestess. So I guess there's a religious theme to this. It's some kind of spiritual bond between 2 souls, and even if we might have taken the logic decision to walk away, I'm not going to have anything to do with the High Priest here. That might not be in the interest of the divine, and therefore it might overrule our own free will, and something else will happen. The 2 that's supposed to meet are going to meet, or the people that's going to be together and do some spiritual work on earth together is going to be brought together. I'm not seeing humanity's free will in this reading, really. It's more like someone being forced. Okay. So, 6 elements. Earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Libra viewers. So, I want my dear Libra to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay. So I'm just going to tune in for a few seconds to you and next 3 months of love for you, Libra. So This will be a Libra's love life for October there. And this is Libra's love life for September there. And this is August. So in August we have the Temperance card, and that's kind of a hot and heavy energy with all these fluids being mixed. The Chariot and the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. We can see there's a rift between the King and Queen of Cups. They probably try to live their own life here, trying to not be bothered by the love connection that they feel in between themselves. But someone, maybe the king here, is becoming all hot and heavy here, longing for their queen. And with this Temperance card, it shows that there's still work to be done in this relationship. We still have a lot to learn from each other. It's like we are two polarities. One is holding one end of the yin and yang, and the other one is holding the other end. But through mixing these people together, or these energies together, they can learn and become more than they were before. The black and the white. The two high priest and the high priestess needs to go in the same direction and learn from each other and become enhanced because of what we learn. Let's say like this. Let's say you are from one culture, you have one specific gender, one particular political view, one typical like music, taste of food, and then you meet another person with a totally opposite culture and you mix together. There will be a lot of fighting and a lot of I can't see things your way, you must be deranged and we fight like this. And these are all the fives, which is also connected to the high priest, number 5, and it's the 5 of swords. It's kind of war. 5 of wands, it might be battles or in more a competition kind of form, like mine are bigger than yours, for example. And then we have the 5 of cups. We are becoming disappointed because we didn't win, or the other person was like cold-hearted. And we also have the 5 of coins, feeling humiliated or left out or like frozen out, like people are shunting you. So it's when you didn't win the contest, you are thrown out of the city. So these are all the 5s, and this is 14. 1 plus 4, 5. So this is the process where it happens, and then we learn stuff, like new things are being born here, and we get new tastes of music, food. We learn to see another person's point of political view, their culture, so on and so forth, and we have become more than we were before. Thereof the rainbow, like peace is made between these two, and the horses is pulling in the same direction. And then maybe the energy of this relationship is through, and we need to meet someone new and exciting with a different culture or a different set of ideas. Okay, so this is September, and we have Justice, which is the card for Libra, and the Tower, 7 of Pentacles. Here is a situation where we are trying to avoid to deal with, our problems. We don't want to learn. We don't want to take in the other side. We don't want to see the other person's point of view. They are hurting us. It's a lot of pain. We just want to see our own side to things, and we want maybe someone to also have our back and say you are right and the other person is wrong. So I'm seeing we are being victimized here, and we're trying to solve it by both ignoring the person, ghosting the person, being angry with the person, maybe quarreling with the person in their head. This is the 5 of Wands and 3 of Swords. So it doesn't help. Like, we can put all the distance in the world to this person, and we can hate them all we want, but we still have a broken heart and kind of still waiting for this person. And then the divine interferes, probably thinks that both of you are kind of stupid, and says, okay, so this is how we are going to do things. And some kind of serendipity or synchronicity, or there might come an apology out of the blue, or you might feel the urge to apologize out of the blue or to reach out. But it's some kind of karma that wants to be resolved here. And I also think it's the yin and yang thing that... it's kind of on schedule for some reason. Okay, this is October, and we have a wheel of fortune or wheel of the year. So it's the circular ways of life. And this is 10, this is 11, both are connected to karma. And this is release of karma by us doing something, high moral and courageous. Okay. And this is when we go through the seasons without really taking in the other person's culture and just deciding to see our own way. Or it might be that we are making ourselves a victim to situation after situation after situation, and think that we, in the end of it all, we will be loved for our hard sacrifice, but we're just repeating like our trauma over and over and over again. But here I'm actually seeing resolution of karma. It's a little bit hesitation here because of the 8 of Cups, but maybe if I did reversed, it will come reversed and say a person from the past is coming back. And there's a lot of love here. Empress is for love. Here we can see a pregnancy. Here we can see someone is lying, refusing to take in what their emotion is telling them, and lying to both themselves and others, maybe hanging because the divine doesn't let you or the other person off the hook. And 12 is transforming into 3. So the pregnancy turned into like the pregnant lady or the child, like something is being born here, and it's love. And maybe then someone is coming back, offering love, offering commitment, offering to solve the certain issues that were in the relationship, so the both black and white horse can work together in the same direction, and maybe solving karma, who knows. Okay. So we'll look here. August for my dear Libras. We have a 2 of Swords, which is Libra. So here what I feel is a person is ignoring their own feelings because they are shy, or they don't want to do the wrong thing. They don't want to hurt another person or bring up old energies, bring up the old thing again. We don't want to, like, if we have already split apart once, we might not want to reconcile and make things all over like it was hard already the first time. So we take a very slow approach here, almost a standstill, where we don't move at all. The horse might have grown its feet like tree roots down into the ground. But we're still having the aim in a certain direction. So even if we ignore our feelings here, we're still wanting the same thing. So our mind is very one track. It's a one-track mind. And it's almost like the heart wants what it wants. We can see he's holding the pentacle over his heart. Here the person is denying what's in their heart, trying to stay blind to what's in their heart, closing in. We remember what happened, the tower, but here it's still closed. The heart is closed because this person is trying to do the same thing. Insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and expect a different result, this person says. So I'm not going to do the same crazy thing. Even if my whole being is telling me to go in that direction, I won't take a single step forward because that's insane. Okay, and here we have a Queen of Swords. So again, it seems like Libra has taken this approach, but in this dire age, it can easily have shifted. So maybe you were like this before, and now the other person is like this, or you as a Libra haven't taken in your Libra energy just yet. So you might be the one wanting the relationship while the others say, no, it's insane. So you need to recognize yourself in this reading. We can see with the Queen of Swords, all these people have good intentions. It's not that they don't want what they want, or they don't want you to be happy, or they don't want to give you love. It's not that. This person is trying to be very attentive to both what the divine wants and like what moral through the eons have told them. Like, this is how you're supposed to live your life. This is what's going to work. So they're trying to not be overly passionate and just jump off the fence or jump off the cliff and, fall in love with someone, or throw themselves at their door and trying to break it in and say, I love you, because this person is trying to do what is sane and what is good. and they're holding themselves back. They are not wanting to have anything to do with the devil here, or stupid passions or attachments or things that I crave, but that's really not good for me. This person doesn't want to go into a situation just to live through the same disappointment. And here we have the Ten of Pentacles together with the Six of Pentacles. So this doesn't help. Like all this, like this person is doing like these, I don't know what the name is in English, but in Swedish it's kullerbytta. So you're standing on your head and then you're falling over like this. It's a kullerbytta. And so this person is doing all the kinds of kullerbyttas that they can, trying to avoid what's in front of them. And it's like we belong together with a certain person, and we have a destiny together with a certain person, maybe forever, or at least through August. I'm making a joke, okay? So I'm seeing a relationship where we have a person that feels like family, a person that when something has happened, we want to run and tell them. When something bad has happened, we want to cry at their shoulder. And when something is happening to them where they need help, we provide that help and we try to be the bigger person. So we can see both empathy or an interest and attention that we pay to this relationship. And like it's all our focus. You can see how focused these people are. This might be even two people having the same approach. Neither of these people wants to, invest themselves in this relationship. And the divine is saying, well, it's your relationship, it's your family, it's your person. You can avoid them as long as you want. They're still yours. Okay. So we try to be good. Like most humans try to be good. It doesn't mean that we do the right thing. We can shoot ourselves in the foot with all our nice intentions. Like the road to hell is paved with good intentions, someone told me. Okay. So this is in September, and we have a Knight of Wands, the Justice here. So this is someone that's burning with flames and passion. So it's not the same energy as with the Knight of Pentacles. So it might be that someone has realized that, no, this is my person. As far as I can see, this is my person. They don't go anywhere, and they're still there, and I can't forget about them. So this might be the person flaming with passion, but this can also be a new person or a suitor or the other person. We'll see. Eight of Wands, it's a lot of passion, at least with this person. Sagittarius energy and Justice here. So it's definitely someone that wants to come and put things right, and it's because of this longing, I would say. Like, I want to make things right. I want to make you happy. I want to be happy together with you. I will try to work it out. So it's very beautiful. And it's connected to the Lover's card. Here a person doesn't care about their precautions anymore. They have thrown cautions through the wind and just galloping over the fields with their heart filled with apologizes and wanting to correct things, wanting to make things better. Problem solving, having a lot of solutions to the current situation. Sometimes the Sagittarius energy can be very enthusiastic. They might not have that much on their feet to actually move through with this. After all, it's a knight, it's not a king or a queen. So very much enthusiasm, at least. And then here we have a king. So the Knight of Pentacles have turned into a king. I'm trying to understand if this is two different suitors, or if it's like the passion coming back and the person is serious. It's not just like the enthusiastic passion that was lacking here when their heart was closed and in this box. Here it's actually like pumping, like the blood falling in the veins, so much that the person is becoming a little bit red to the face, and they are serious. But this can also be two suitors, three like it can be a third party situation. Maybe Libra will be surrounded by suitors by September, and this can of course be you, and someone is like they love you, but they know that they are not in your league, but you could have a very amazing relationship with this person, at least friendship relationship. So sometimes it will be also that the Libra doesn't have enough attraction for the person that's being like their suitor, and this can also, because of that, it can be a third party situation where someone loves Libra very much and is very like they are ready for commitment and for a forever relationship, but maybe Libra has their eyes on someone else, someone that's you know, maybe not as solid but more exciting, maybe. Ace of Cups. So that's just a scenario because we saw two people here, but I definitely feel that for most of you this will be one person, and the divine wants to make sure that we realize that this is not a joke. The person is serious. They want Holy Trinity with you. Like your relationship has a sacred life of its own. It's like the Holy Spirit, and we can see it also in the Ace of Cups here. So the love is true. From my point of view, either Libra or the other person is making the realization in August that it doesn't matter how much they resist this, the love is true, and it's for the long haul. It's not something that will go over with time, okay? It will be with you until the day you die. So it doesn't mean that this is for Libra. It can be the other person feeling like that. But we have a lot of Libra here. Justice, Two of Swords, Queen of Swords. It's almost all the Libra cards. And then this person comes. They made the realization here. They come and they offer something tangible, something beautiful. They want to, it's very romantic. They want to relive romance with you. And they are also serious. It's not something like a hit and run or anything like that. It's solid and it's serious. Okay, at least from one person's side, whomever is coming with this passionate gallop here. Okay, and here we have your love life in October, and we have the Magician here. It came in the same position for Pisces, and the Hermit. So we might have a really nice encounter in September where we are able to live through a moment of happiness. But then people kind of get into their own head again and start to see problems with the relationship. Remember the yin and yang kind of energy, or the black and white here, and the eternity symbol, like forever karma. It's some long-lasting karma between these two people. One person might be a little bit like selfish. Here it's indicated like Libra, Sagittarius, or air, fire, Magician. So it's suggested that an air or a fire sign is a little bit of a trickster and might see things like their way and not being really open to how other people want things, but really ready to get things in the way that they want. While the Hermit is having a more above perspective from their position here in the mountain and holding the lantern like this, and they want to probably be left alone. It's usually for the Hermit, but if they can't be left alone, at least they want to have like a sane relationship where we are communicating about things and making things seem true, and solving things and putting the right name or label to the right situation, while this person might want to ignore things and just be happy here and now. We don't have to solve all problems. Everything doesn't need to be like yada yada. Can't you just enjoy that I'm here? Can't you just enjoy that I'm interested in you today, here and now? But this person says we have like problems and I wish us to solve them, and I want us to put in the groundwork, because this is also a farmer, like thorough work, and put attention to this so it doesn't have to repeat over and over. This person probably just don't want it to repeat, period. But by ignoring this, having their armor on and closing their heart, they are repeating it, like just by their behavior. So this is a red flag saying that if a person ignores the issues in a relationship, these issues are going to stay there forever. They need to be sorted out and solved. And if you are the person on the end of wanting to solve things, while the other person says, do we need to talk about this? Can't we just forget about it and move on? Then it's a little bit hard because then you are the one with the will to solve it, and the other person is like, they want to live in their illusions that everything is great. And you know that solving this will give you, like, put you on a higher ground where you actually are more mature and, you know, more adult and more wise. But this person wants to be a little bit childish and immature and irresponsible and not fix what is broken. So it's two very different approaches, and we can't really force one person to work on things where they don't want to work on things. This person here might have had an idea that if I'm just nice, then the other person will be nice, and then we will have no problems. And that's an illusion. What needs to be in this situation is really hard work, where we really try to figure out, what do you feel? What do I feel? Why do I get triggered in this situation? Why do you get triggered? How can we solve this? How can we help each other? And I'm not really seeing that with both individuals in this mix. And here we have the Emperor. It's almost like two people have their point of view and neither wants to change this point of view. They think that they are right, which is very typical for people from different cultures, I might add. This is 3 major arcana cards so far, so it shows big business being in the motion here. And then we have an 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. Okay, so we can solve this, but we can't solve it this quick, okay? So with the 9 of Cups, you need to stand on your own 2 feet. You can't be too dependent on this relationship, particularly if you are in a relationship with someone that doesn't want to deal with their issues or with your issues or the relationship's issues. They still want you, though. Like, this love is firm and true and there. So I just think that maybe you need a little bit more patience with the person that's too scared to open the chest with a closed off heart. So you need to have a little bit more patience, a little bit more resilience. You need to give them a little bit more time. Even if you have given them 30 years, they might need, you know, several lifetimes to open their heart. And you have so little time to fix this in this lifetime, but you still have a beautiful chance of doing it. But I think you need to go on and being, like, you can be in love with this person and feel love with this person, share love with this person, but you need to put yourself first, particularly if you are the person that often wants to sort things out, because it might be that you will overdo it and do more than your fair share, which makes you a codependent, and maybe to another stubborn person that doesn't want to change their ways. And they need to be forced to do the work as well. They were willing to, 8, but but they're fooling themselves and saying, no, I don't want to, because I don't want to repeat past mistakes. And then they go on repeating past mistakes because there's not enough light being put to this situation. And they need to be inspired enough to put attention to this situation, and therefore you can't give them your all. Like, you can be there for them and have an adult relationship. I think don't move in with them if you are not already like married. Take things a little bit slow. Don't give more to this person than what they deserve. Don't give your heart and soul and your wardrobe and your bed and your house and your kids to a person that haven't, lived up to that point where they deserve it just yet. So you need to love yourself enough to not give your everything to this person, even if they are the one. Okay, so this is to end an ancient karma between you two. So I will take from the Brutally Honest Oracle cards to see what your other person will want to say to you. And we have, I will fight for our love. And I'm seeing them doing that first internally, where they're trying to do the right thing and not knowing what that is. And then really, fighting. But then their idea, even if I kind of shot it down like a balloon here, is still valid. From their point of view, it's valid. So they're trying to do still here what's best for the relationship, but they're really being a little bit selfish because they need to also listen to you. Maybe this is how you did it or always have done it in the relationship, that you have not talked about things, and now I feel like it really needs to change, and it needs to be talked about and paid attention to. Everything reminds me of you. Yes. It's what I said before, that it doesn't matter how much they try to deny it and make these kullerbyttor. They end up knowing that you are the one anyways. And then we have love is too dangerous. And I'm thinking it's not maybe love exactly. It's just the dynamic between the lovers, that we come from so different cultures. Even if we were born on the same street, we will have so different ideas about things. Even in the same family, we might see things very differently. And it's not love that's dangerous. It's that we are so scared of the unknown, and we want to know that we can trust the things we know, and that people don't come with new ideas all the time and wreck this for us. And we want to be able to trust the other person, and we can't feel that we can trust them if we don't know them, if we can't understand them and what they are about. But that's also why the communication is needed, to make us understand the other person and see their point of view. So it's all about asking questions, listening to the answer, asking new question from the answer you got, to really try to get to the bottom of it all, and what is the other person's point of view. And you can learn, of course, that they are like a crazy person, but then but at least you need to try to get to the bottom of things. I am scared of you. Yes. I think in general this person might be scared of you. I don't know exactly why. Maybe you are very smart, or like good with your words. We have Queen of Swords, 8 of Wands, Magician here. So it might be that you're really clever with words. And maybe they feel that they have nothing against you. So if they would have a deep-rooted conversation with you, you will always win, because maybe you have the moral high ground in the relationship. But it doesn't change that they feel the way they do. But they might not be able to stand up for it. So I think you need to be a little bit more perceptive to this other person's point of view, and not say that, oh, that's crazy talk, you need to change. But actually respect that if a person says that I want a relationship this way, then that is the way they want a relationship, and you can't make them change. And if you do, you don't really love them. So rather let them go than try to change them in a way to suit you. So that is what you can take with you from all of this. So I will see what the divine wants to say about the outcome for this relationship. Release your ex. And it's what we have seen, that you have tried so hard. And what will come out of this then? Are you still supposed to? No, very soon. So you have tried very hard to release your ex. The divine thinks you did a really good job, even if you didn't get anywhere with all your kullerbyttor. We can see, as with the reading, very soon, the 8 of Wands here. Someone with a little bit of stone heart, but it's not really a stone heart, it's just an appearance. Someone that thought that it should really be over might be coming back, and it's to heal. It's like you have been 2 children in this relationship, and both children are in some way don't have parents, if this makes sense. So you need to become parent to your inner child, both of you. So neither of you are orphaned anymore, and that will bring you more courage and more resilience. Also to be able to communicate about things that is hard. So the divine is a little bit flaky with this. They don't want to tell you that, yes, this is the one. They rather would want to make you a little bit unsure with what you are supposed to do, because this is your choice. It's you that's supposed to, figure this out, even if they might have the answer already. So confusing can sometimes be the way they go with things. But so you have been working so hard with releasing this X, and this could be the time to either continue releasing the X or at least clearly decide what you want so that it can come to you now. Because when you just resist it and you don't want to do the job because it was so painful and the other person was such a stupid person, then you just prevent what wants to happen here. Okay, so we can have reasons for not wanting to reconcile with a past person, and if we have those valid reasons, we should never go back. Like, for example, if there has been abuse of some sort. If there was abuse in the past, it will probably be abuse in the future. Okay, so looking at advices for you. And this is for the person that has their heart in a cage. 34. My dear sweet child, do you feel as if you are trapped in your life right now? Do you sense that you cannot do what you really want to do because others have expectations of you that you may not be able to fulfill? Do you feel as if you will never get what you want or go where you want to go? Have patience, for truly you are in a temporary prison that exists only in your mind. Your circumstances, no matter what they are, will change, and you will be free to experience the life you wish to lead. In these times, dreaming is the best antidote, and of course, patience. Consider the story of the half-raven boy, trapped in conflict until he finally follows his heart. Let's see here, trapped in conflict, refuse to follow my heart. Trust in me, for I will show you when the cage door is open so that you can fly free. And this is a little bit what's happening here with all the flying and galloping. Okay, so also take from the Enchanted Map Oracle advice for you. Goblins. This is what's eating away at us, like all these doubts. Let's see here, 5, 4, 5. Okay. So, fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you are wounded, and something essential is lost in that experience, like your heart, for example. From that point, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you are unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they are leading you into a potential reactive situation. A goblins, I feel like it represents this card that represented the magician and the hermit. Love is too dangerous. The goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentment and negative self-talk. Within you is a spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of negativity. So here we can see that the person that's that refuse to open their heart, they also have a lost soul part, and that's probably the energy of what the divine wants to break free here. That lost soul part, it's like a part of them that almost like died out of some sort of trauma, and it's their empathic side to them. So why they are trying to, not talk to you or resolve things, it's also because subconsciously they don't want back this hurt soul part, because getting back this whole soul part, this traumatized soul part, it will hurt. You know, it will hurt a great deal because that part is traumatized. So they will have to go through some dark times where they face this and heal. But it's necessary for them to become healed and holy, so their whole soul. And we all need our whole soul right now because the earth is going through a big shift and transformation. So we can't leave half of us behind on the old earth while going to like a new earth or into a new dimension. So it's a crucial point in time. And so even if this person doesn't want to face their shadow or this traumatized part of them, and they rather want to let their heart lie buried somewhere, they can't, because that wouldn't be good for them and their future soul journey. They might be lost between worlds when they die, or something that I can't imagine what it might be, but something that apparently is very, very crucial from a divine point of view. In other case, they wouldn't interfere with this person's free will like this. So, okay, with that said, I hope I don't freak you out, but we need to face our pain and like baby it, or be like the ambulance that picks it up and takes care of it and runs with it to the hospital. We can't just ignore the pain and say, I don't want to feel that feeling. I will, anytime I get into that situation, I get that feeling, so I will ignore the whole situation. We are supposed to get triggered so we know where our pain lives, so we can take care of it and heal it. And that goes also for this person that wants to act like everything is fine and not talk about the problem. Okay, so I'll show you this from an above perspective. And I would urge you to watch the love reading for July or August, or the reading Their True Thoughts and Feelings for your sign in their True Thoughts and Feelings playlist. That will probably reveal more. You can also watch What Do They Want to Happen from last month. If you want to watch the channel's reading in advance and free from ads, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take really good care and bye-bye.